Hello, welcome to 3-Minute Theory. Today we're going to talk about the principal chords that you use when you're building a song. Sometimes this is called the 3-chord trick. There are a whole lot of songs that you can sing using nothing but 3 chords. From this valley they say you are going, we will miss your bright eyes and sweet smile. So with just 3 chords, you can play that song and a lot of songs. I don't know what percentage it is, but a significant number of songs can be played with only 3 chords. You can make them fancier with more chords than that. So the 3 chords we're going to talk about today are the 1, the 4, and the 5. So let's get a little vocabulary down first. For our purposes, a chord is more than one note played at the same time. We're going to talk about triads. Triad is 3 notes. We're in the key of C, no sharps, no flats, to keep it nice and simple. So we're going to assume at this point in this lesson that you know what a chord is and that you've cut out your chord finder chart and put it together. That's what we're going to be using, the chord finder chart, put it together. You can find a link to where that is in the topics, in the set description below. Sorry, what was that?
Comments.
Comments below, thank you. Okay, so here are a bunch of chords that you're going to use, that you can use. Now that's a lot of chords. If you ever read Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, which I know you have done, so, that's just a joke, you know. Of course you've read that. When you read that, you remember that he had a student that came to him and she had to write this essay about a town, and she just couldn't come up with anything. She's a very smart girl. She says, okay, let's make it simple. Think about a block in that town. She still couldn't. She says, all right, think about a building in that town. She still couldn't come up with anything. She said, all right, think about a brick in the building. And she started writing and writing and writing. You can go back and check your copy of Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance to find that out. The point is, frameworks are often very helpful for creativity. You think for creativity you want to expand, but frameworks are very helpful. So we're going to take all of these chords. The purpose of this template is to narrow down the chords that you're going to use, like so. For today's lesson, we're going to narrow it even further. For today's lesson, we have 3 slots on the chord chart. The chord map is what I call it. Eventually, what we're going to do is we're going to come up with a map to go from one chord to the next. How am I doing on time?
3 minutes.
Oh, I got 3 minutes? Oh. Funny. Okay. So in the key of C, to keep it simple, here are the 3 chords that you're going to use. The tonic, or the 1, the subdominant, or the 4. So we count 1 instead of starting C on 0. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4. So you take 4, we build a chord on it. That's 4. We go 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's the dominant, or the 5 chord. So this is what we're looking at. Here's the tonic. This one in the middle. That's the key that we're in, and that's where you come back to. That's home. So wherever you wander, you're trying to get back to 1, or home. Okay, so today, since it's Christmas, I got my Hallmark flannel shirt on. We're going to go through Silent Night. So you're starting on C, which is the tonic, or 1. Sing along with me if you know the words. G direct, Silent Night. Since I can't sing, I can do it Willie Nelson. Oh, holy night. Now there's a chord change. We're going to go to 5. What you're going to do eventually is feel the texture of those chords. You can assign them a personality. Now listen to this. So if you can walk up to it, we'll say, then it's a 4. So if you're doing a Chris Christopherson song or something, and up to the chord. So I'm walking down 4 paces. You don't want to walk too far. So if you're walking down, you're going to stop at G. And if it feels like you need to walk up to it, give you a bonus that you didn't pay for. I know you only paid for 3 minutes, you're getting a little extra. Now we're going to add, when we get to the color chord section, which is 3 lessons further on, you're going to get a sneak peek. We're going to add one more free chord in here, which is G7, 5-7. So when you're using the G chord or the 5 chord as a transition, you add a 7. Where's the 7? Well, we're on G. Okay, did you hear that? That's not in the key of G. The G7, the 7th of a note is not the 7th up. That's the major 7th if we're counting up. There's the major 7th of C. If somebody talks about 7th, you're learning the vocabulary is half of the battle and are way over 3 minutes. That's C7, and it has a note that's not in the scale. But G7 has a note that's in the C scale. So listen. Sleep in heavenly peace. I added a 7. Please sleep in heavenly peace. All right, so there's your free one, which is a lesson further down the road, but you got a sneak peek because you're special and you're extra smart compared to all the other people that listen to this, all one of them. Thanks. Join us again for another 3-minute theory.